Me and my buddy, we making all of this money. Yeah, I know it's rude to be bragging. They never catching us slacking. Me and my buddy, we working hard for this money. Whoa, you know I've been in my bag, yeah. Buddy, I got it like that, yeah. Y'all better stop. Me and my boy gon' climb to the top. Sidekick game like Calvin and Hobbes, Batman and Rob. Y'all know me, I'm down for the cause.
Y'all know us, we start the party. Go way back like Doc and Marty. Either die legend like John Lennon or end up solo like Paul McCartney. Let's go.
W's only, there's obvious signs.
Looking around me, it's hard to deny.
I mean, just look at the audience size.
Robbing you blind like Bonnie and Clyde.
Y'all do too much just to fit in.
Zach and Cody, we stay twinning.
Sweet life only, we stay winning.
Been this way since the beginning.
Me and my buddy, we making all of this money. Yeah, I know it's rude to be bragging. They never catching us slacking. Me and my buddy, we working hard for this money. Whoa, you know I've been in my bag, yeah. Buddy, I got it like that.
Yo, my greatest idols are all-time rivals. I'm talking Biggie and Pac.
Yeah, every room that I walk into, it's like all I hear is applause.
Hey, I don't need to just roll solo. I got a buddy like Han Solo. I'm in the money, I rock polo.
I never bomb sets, I just bomb photos.
What's up, chat? Good morning. We're gonna be going live here in 3 minutes. 3 minutes, we're gonna start looking at some charts, guys.
I've been on a mission, got a blast.
Feel like Jimmy Neutron with the raps.
Why you always living in the past?
Let me give you something that'll last.
Me and my buddy, we making all of this money. Yeah, I know it's rude to be bragging. They never catching us slacking. Me and my buddy, we working hard for this money. Whoa, you know I've been in my bag, yeah. Buddy, I got it like that. Me and my buddy, yeah, we never need to understudy.
I hear it now.
My voice?
Yeah. I heard your voice now.
Alright, what's going on, guys? Good morning. Alright, good morning, guys. Welcome. We're going to get to some trading here. We got an hour candle closing at 8 a.m. So we're going to take a look at this chart. We're also in a trade. So if you're in the Telegram group, you got the trade. We are in this GJ trade, so GBP JPY. We're currently in this trade right now. We took a buy here. You can see that it closed above the zone and had some retracement, and we're looking for it to drive up and fill this zone. If you are in on this trade, this is looking like we're looking for maybe 167 pips. Half close would be about 100 pips, maybe a little bit less. 90 pips. We are going to take a look at some other charts here. But right now, this is going to be our main chart that we're going to be looking at, because we are in this trade right now. Give everybody a couple more minutes to get in. Alright, so we're going to just start taking a look at some pairs here. First, we're going to look at by volume. I like to trade what has the most volume. We are in on this GBP JPY trade, so I'm going to flag that because we are in on that trade. We're not in on anything else right now. If you do want to see, I will be showing my live account as well. We made a new live account with $2,000. So just so you can see, we are on a live account. We are on a trade. Here's my live account balance, $1,999.98. So this is my live account. We're in one trade at lot size of 0.25. Risking $30 in a $2,000 account, so pretty reasonable. But let's take a look at some other pairs here. We'll go by volume. GPB AUD. We can draw some lines on this one. Got a support and a resistance there. It's kind of hanging out in the middle. If it broke below this, we would look to sell. If it broke above that, we'd look to buy. And this is just kind of some quick charting. We're not actually going to take anything this second until we see the movement that we want. Look at some smaller time frames. We're at another resistance zone here. This could actually be a new support. Draw some lines here. This could fly. Euro JPY. We'll wait for an hour candle closure. Looks like the previous candle respected had quite a big wick, no top, quite a big wick. So it shows that it is respecting this resistance zone up here. With a closure above, we could look to buy here. I'm going to mark this as green because that's what we're looking at. I like trading the JPY pairs, so this is one that I'm going to keep on my radar. And I had this drawn out before, so that's why you already see resistance and support zones and a bunch of lines on here. GBP USD. That too had some took off here. We got a support resistance zone right there. So we're going to put that as our support zone, kind of in between where it had points of resistance. Again, it's a zone, it's not a line. I've went over this in past videos. It really is a zone because it's not just one line and then you tap it and it's over. It's a zone that the resistance or the support can kind of live in before it flies up or flies down. So we're gonna mark them as zones. That's how I like to chart. Put another one up here. Looks like it hasn't been there in a while. We can jump to a larger time frame and look. Yeah, this thing should fly. We had some major support there, but we'll wait for it to break this before we would enter. We go back down to the hour time frame. We'll wait to see some more resistance here. Let's see. Just kind of scanning charts right now. We're seeing a lot of breaking through and pullbacks, which is a really good thing because you could draw your zones on these, and that's what's important, is being able to draw these zones. Because if you can draw these and set your charts up properly, you'll set yourself up for better set yourself up for better entries. And that's super important. Alright, let's take a look here. Probably not going to touch any of these. We can look at some of the USD pairs just because you got the stock market opening here soon. Now, USD JPY, that's an interesting chart that we see here on the hour chart. You got a key level right here and right here. So we'll put a support in here. Get rid of that from a previous trade. Resistance right there. You also do have kind of a head and shoulders pattern here. Kind of got a head here, a shoulder here. This could be here. If you take a look here, you do have a shoulder, a head, a shoulder. We could see that movement to there. That is very possible. Could see that, or it could bounce off this, so we're going to need to wait for confirmation on the hour chart, but it is getting some wick up here. That's definitely a chart that we'll keep in mind looking at. Again, we are in GBP JPY, so if we head back over here, we're seeing a wick up on the 1 hour candle, so that's good news. It did respect and close above the previous highs, so we're looking at right here, that 160, 172 area. All candles for the past 4 hours have respected that. So that's a good sign that this is going to drive up and fill the rest of the range. So we'll take a look at that right now. If you guys do have any questions, though, just make sure you type in the chat there. I do have the chat enabled, so you can ask me questions. Anything that you want to know about the way I set up the charts. I want to make it more of a conversation. Get everyone involved so everyone can kind of ask me what they need to know. Alright, so we are in one trade right now. For anyone that's just joining us, we are in GBP JPY. I sent that in the Telegram group this morning, about 30 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago. So we are in this trade right here. We've got a couple others that we're looking at, Euro JPY and USD JPY. We just need to wait to see some more movement. B-Ray, what's going on? Nice to have you on, buddy. Good to hear from you. Alright, so again, we are in GBP JPY. We are holding. Right now we're getting some strong wick up, so we're actually just flipped bullish. So we're holding in this right now. As in terms of being incongruent trades, I won't get into another trade that has that would conflict with this. So like a USD GBP, Euro GBP, anything with GBP as the secondary pair, I would not get in right now, because that would be kind of going against what we're looking for. We look for a buy against JPY right now, so we wouldn't ever go in on another trade like that. You could go in with trades that have JPY as the secondary trade, the secondary pair, but again, it's not necessarily the smartest move. Just to show you guys, I am on a live account. Here's my live server. I opened a new account this morning with profits. Javan Tembo, what's up, man? Does look good. Let's see how this trade turns out. I am on a live account right now, a smaller account than what I'm normally trade with. So this is just a $2,000 account that I opened this morning. And what we're gonna do is all my live trades are gonna be in this $2,000 account, not my big account. The reason for that is because I want everybody to see it live, and I want everyone to feel like they're making money with me. I do have trades active in my large account. I just don't have it up on the screen here. But we're going to try and take this $2,000 account to $20,000. See if we can do that on live streams. It's obviously a lot harder to take trades live because I've got people watching me, just like you guys. It's definitely more pressure, but if you can remove the emotion, like in some of my videos that I talked about emotion, we're just in a trade right now. These are just numbers on a screen to me. And we have a high probability that it's going to go in our favor because we did our charting and we know what we're looking for. I am going to fix this a little bit. Yeah, and when you trade on the 1 hour candle too, it is a little bit of a waiting game. So a lot of people kind of want to hop in a bunch of trades that are going to move and move and move. That's not really how I like to trade. What I'm doing right now is just getting in things that I'm sure or have a high probability that they're going to move in the direction I want them to. Right now, we're obviously getting movement in a good way for GBP, JPY. And this is totally up to you. You do not have to do this, but I enter multiple positions. I wouldn't risk more than 5%. Okay, so here's the deal. You're not supposed to risk more than 5%. And I typically don't risk more than 5%. But sometimes I will risk up to 8.5%, sometimes even 10%. That is a much more risky way of trading. You don't have to do that. If you want to be more conservative, you can. But this is my smaller account that I'm looking to grow, and I wouldn't do it on just any trade. And we make our stop losses tight. So the most amount of money we can lose right here is a pretty small amount of pips. Let's see, we entered here. We can only lose 58 pips right here. So based on your charts, your account size, that's the max amount of pips that we can lose is 58. That's where we're stopping out, and that's the top of this zone right here. Obviously, we hope it doesn't get there, but we're going to always at least do the math on what the worst case is just so we know. But we're hanging out right now in this one. We can take a look at some other charts. This was the head and shoulder pattern that we talked about. Here, I'm going to delete that, make it a little easier to see. So we got some driving force here. I don't know what it's going to do, but I can tell you that based on this, it does look like you got a shoulder there, a head there, and a shoulder there. So you could see something like that where this drives down to finish this head and shoulders pattern. And that's something we're going to watch out for, especially with this driving down. So we can hop down to a lower time frame here. On the 15-minute candle, you're going to want to see closure below something right in this area, in the support area. If you can get closure inside the support area, it should look to fill the rest of this. You also have a strong support right there, as well as a strong support right there. So this is somewhere you could enter. I'm not really comfortable entering this, just because you could get a huge wick up here, and this could fly the opposite way and fill this range. So I'm not really, this is not something that I'd be comfortable entering right now. Yeah, definitely not something I'd feel comfortable entering until I saw some more confirmation. A closure below. So just so you guys understand, closure below for sells. And this is on the 15-minute time frame. So I would need to see a full candle closed below this support area right here. And to be honest with you, you could also wait until there, see some closure below here, and have it fill this area. There's kind of two places, but we'll put closures for there. And then for buys, I wouldn't really touch this for buys right now. Not right now. Go back to Euro JPY. Yeah, this is kind of just charting sideways. Hey, if you guys haven't already too, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like this video right now. There should be a like button right under me. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Does anyone have any charts they want me to look at while we're sitting on our hands right now in our trades? Because we're sitting on GBP, JPY. If anyone has a chart they want me to pull up and kind of go over what we're seeing, we could also do that. We're just sitting on this one. Yeah, wouldn't touch this one right now. There's some movement in. Yeah, this could drive down and fill this range. If we got closures below this area, if we get closures below here, this could be a sell. Hopefully you guys can read that. But if we got a closure below this area on the hour time frame, I'd feel comfortable with this filling this whole area. Because we never really broke this main support or resistance from right here. So this zone's kind of intact right now. And you got a pretty strong rejection off of it. There was a wick, so this could also wick up. But if we get an hour close below this and an hour close below this, we're going to look for it to retrace, hit that, and probably drop down. Euro USD. You want me to take a look at Euro USD? Yeah, we could possibly see this. One of these. Right there. But we'll leave that alone for right now. Euro USD, let's take a look at that. Alright, so let me get rid of all these lines. Let's start this chart over. Alright, so we got, well, let's hop out to the 4 hour to see what the, so this is how we'll start. We'll hop out to the 4 hour to look at what the overall major trend is. Alright, so clearly had pretty large drive here. Let's put a support here. Let's go back to the hour chart now. Are reaching a pretty strong support. Let's put our, we're gonna draw every chart the same. Just for consistency. So obviously we've got our resistance zone here. And it could bounce off that or it could fly through it. Alright, so we do have a support and resistance. Let's make zone 2s. So zone 2s I'm going to put in yellow. You got kind of a second zone right there with your another support here. But this is driving. I wouldn't enter until we saw confirmation above or below this. So if we were to write this out, it would be buys with closure above. We'll make that green so we know it's a buy. Go buys with closure above there, meaning the candle, the bottom of the candle closes, opens and closes above this. I wouldn't sell until I saw closure below this range 2 area. But there's a lot of bullish movement on this chart right now. Obviously, you've had it break range 1, it broke range 1, it broke range 2, this would be range 3. I'd be hard pressed to see it keep driving through there. I think you're probably going to get some sort of resistance on this area based on, I mean, how long does this go back? Yeah, this 4-hour candle, you're looking back toward December 15th-ish. So you're looking at almost a month-long resistance zone. You might see some pullback here. But who knows with how much volume they could get coming in. Could get some volume that pushes this through. If that happens, you're going to look at something happening like this. Probably one of these. Something like that is what I would imagine would happen. You'd get it to come back somewhere in this area. You'd probably see some drive up, come back. We'd wait for this retest. The retest is going to be really important because if it retests this as a new support zone and then flies, that's something that we'd look for just to see some more confirmation. So around this area over here, we'd want to see at least some sort of we'd want to see something like this. Okay, let's take what our trade's doing. Alright, so we're in a little bit of profit here, still sitting on our hands. I wouldn't be surprised if you don't get too much movement on this hour candle, as there's probably a lot of selling and buying pressure. Take a look at the volume down here. It is bearish, or bullish, I'm sorry. Yeah, we're still kind of just sitting on this one. Hop back to some of these other ones we were looking at. So we did get some more buying power here. We are going to get a new 30-minute candle, so I'm going to flip to this 30-minute chart on all of our charts. Wow, USD JPY. Look at that. So that is probably going to drive down to finish this right shoulder. But that was quite a move right there. Quite a move right there. But I'm not mad that we missed it. I don't look at the charts like that. I know a lot of people are, oh, we missed a trade. You can't look at it like that. If you look at it like that, you're going to be chasing your whole life. You can't really chase trades like that. Was it a good move? Yeah, it was a great move. Would have loved to catch those pips, but can't look at it like that. Right now, we're confident in the trade that we're in, so we're going to stick to that. It was the most promising setup, in terms of GBP JPY. So we're going to stick with that. But we could get some closures below this for a sell, for it to keep moving downward. But we're going to hold off on that. Yeah, well, here, B-Ray, we'll take a look at that Euro USD again. So you did have some driving power there. Did have some driving power, and then you got a wick. So on the 30-minute candle, here, I'm going to delete this stuff. Good, I'm glad. Because there's a lot of people that would want to hop in by seeing that. Oh, hop in and maybe you'll catch these. Yeah, you're going to see a lot of pullback here. If we get a closure below this, you could look to a sell here on Euro USD. Could definitely look to sell, but I need to see more confirmation here. I wouldn't really enter this yet until we saw confirmation either above or below the range. What else are you guys looking at? Have you been looking at any other charts today? But this Euro USD is a pretty interesting chart right now. I'm curious to see whether it closes above or not. There we go, GBP JPY. So we're seeing some movement there in our favor. That's good news. I had somebody ask me too, how long do you typically stay in trades? I don't really have a time limit. Yep, GBP USD is what we're in right now. Javon. She's going to try and move. Definitely got, I wouldn't call it a doji, but you got a long green wick there. Not necessarily a bad thing. A lot of buying pressure for the past 2 hours. Past 2 hours it pushed up. And you did get a full body closure above the previous high of this body. Here we can zoom in if you like. And this body closed above this body. So that's good news. In terms of candle reading, that's super important to be able to know that. So we're looking at three main things right now. We're looking at wicks. So the structure of the wick, whether it's above it or below it, how much buying or selling pressure there was. And then we're also looking at the market structure, so the support and resistance, you know, where it should and shouldn't go, where it should and shouldn't bounce off of. And then we're looking at candlestick patterns. But you're going to get some movement on the 30-minute here. We can go check out Euro USD also. So you did get a closure above with some driving. If you wanted to enter this, you could. Just remember you still got this wick up here though. And you saw what happened over here. Over here you had it wick all the way up to 107. That was a fake out there. It's not something you really want to mess around with, that kind of fake out. But we did get a closure above. I would probably wait until the hour, wait another 30 minutes to see if we maintain this or if we get a wick down. I put all the links to all my social medias in this video. So if you guys want to follow me, all the stuff I post, educational videos, full trades, live streams. But yeah, this thing's driving on the hour. I would say if this stays the way it does for the next 15 minutes, we could put some buy stops. There's some buy limits, I should say. We could enter somewhere down here, hopefully get some pullback, and then have it rip and go. Because we could see this. We could certainly see that. I want to see some pullback just because obviously you guys know the market doesn't move in a linear fashion. It's not just going to go. Obviously NFP days are different, but you're not really just going to see it fly indefinitely. We're going to see some pullback. That's just market structure. I'd probably want to enter off some pullback here. But yeah, that's driving. You got a lot of buying pressure there. You got 3 straight hours of driving, which is a good thing. But again, we wouldn't have entered here. I never would have entered in this gray area here, just because you don't know what's going to happen. Luckily, you did get a good drive here, though. And Euro USD is a little weird. The JPY pairs I've found to be a little more predictable. I think the Japanese yen is one of the most stable currencies in the country, or in the world right now, I should say. I've just had more profit with the JPY pairs than I have with any other pair. So that's why I really stick to those. Still getting some good movement on GBP, JPY. We're still running in profit on this trade too. Excuse me. USD, JPY. Yeah, you got a lot of movement there too. So Euro USD and USD JPY getting some real movement right now. Euro JPY, we didn't really see what we thought we were going to see. I didn't see a movement down. We actually saw the exact opposite. So this could be a new support zone, and this could drive through to this next zone, which is very possible. That is very possible, but we're going to keep an eye out on this one. So we got an eye on Euro JPY as well. Take a look at some other charts. Oof. That would have been a great entry right there. The NZD pairs move kind of weird too. I don't trade much NZD pairs. I don't think the market structure is the same as the GBP, JPY, and the JPY pairs. We can take a look at gold. Gold's driving. Wow. You got a zone here. You got a zone here. This is kind of in the middle right now, but you do have a support there. Broke through, drawback, and this is kind of what we were talking about with the other trades. So on the other trades that we were looking at, this is kind of what we were talking about. We had the break, the retest, and then possibly up this way. So that's something that we can kind of look for. But the reason I don't trade gold unless it's a really big account is because it uses so much of your account. You really need to use smaller lots, much smaller lot sizes. So that's why I don't trade gold on an account this small. And if you're in gold, you can't get in anything else. You cannot get in another trade. It just uses so much of the account. So we won't touch gold. So this is driving down, but this support area could kick this back up, or it could finish here. Probably going to steer clear of that right now. And obviously we're still in our GBP JPY trade. Euro JPY. Looks like that's driving back up. And the last one was Euro USD, wasn't it? And here's your retracement now. So you got a long green wick at the top. Now that can obviously do one of two things. Come back into the zone and fill it back this way. Or close above here and fly again. We'll see what happens here. We got 6 minutes until the 15-minute close. So we'll hop over to that chart and take a look at what's going on over here. I do like this chart though. This is a very intriguing chart, especially because you did get a closure above, and it's good that you're seeing some selling pressure, and it's good that it closed above. So when you have selling pressure, you're going to get a long wick, which we did get, and when you have buying pressure, you're going to get closure above. So a combination of those two shows us that this could drive because it has been there before. So you do have a new resistance zone. It has been there before. So it is possible that we do see this drive, as long as we don't close below the range. It does look like you're getting some selling pressure though. See what happens there. Did you guys catch any of those football games yesterday? I didn't get to watch any of them, but they sat a lot of starters, big teams at least, teams that are already clinched. Euro USD. Let's see here. We got 4 more minutes. We can make a decision if this is something that we want to get in or not. And as you've seen here, we've had long wicks and then prolonged uptrends, so I'm not worried about the long wick. That's actually a good thing because it shows it could get up there again and break it. I mean, you had a doji here, which typically would signal sell, but it actually flew. So could see something like that here again. Chelsea, I forgot we have people that aren't in the United States right now, so football over there is soccer. That's funny. Let's take a look here. Still kind of chilling on this. Right around break even. Down a pip or two, a couple pips. USD JPY. And there's your selling power. From Africa. Nice. Welcome, man. What time is it over there? Nice. Well, we're definitely getting bullish movement here on Euro JPY, which would be congruent with GBP JPY driving. So we have the secondary pair both as JPY, so that would make sense. 3:44 p.m. in Africa. Nice. Welcome, man. Happy to have you on. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe, follow me on all social medias. I linked them all in the bio. Also in Telegram, I put a link tree in there. That's got all of my social medias. Really helps the algorithm. I'd appreciate it if you guys did. Helps get some more exposure so we can get some more people on the live stream. The goal is to have a couple hundred people. We could all make some money together, you know? Alright, so we just got a new 15-minute candle. Let's go to Euro USD because that was the most interesting one. I like a buy here on a short-term time frame. I like a buy here. So long position. We're going to hope it fills this range, but we're going to go super tight stop loss. Pretty much right there. What is that? 106, 1.06988. That's where I'd put that stop loss. We got closure above. There's a wick, so you know it could go back there again. I personally like that. I'm going to buy this on Euro USD. Short window. Drop this to pretty low down there. There we go. Alright, so we're in on two trades right now. Euro USD and GBP JPY. Yeah, I like this with the closure there. We could wait. We could have waited for the hour to see if we were going to get closure because this could obviously wick down. But we have a pretty tight stop loss, and I only entered once with a 0.25 of a lot. Yeah, put that around right there. And this is just for the live stream. I'm not going to send this one out in the chat in the Telegram channel, because I'm going to try and keep some of the live trades just specific to live to try and get more people to join. But we'll see what happens here. PVP JPY on the 15 minute. So you did have a pretty big bearish candle there. Almost a bearish engulfing. Not quite. But it still did respect the previous low. So we still have a pretty good support in this area right here, which is a good sign. What's USD JPY doing? Driving. Could fill that. Nice. Could fill that head and shoulders. Certainly could. There's some profit on Euro USD moving. Need to mess with my other account. So here's my other account, guys. I haven't really showed you guys, but this is my big account that I'm working with right now. But I'm also in on GBP JPY, or I'm sorry, Euro USD. Probably didn't get a good view of that, did you? Now we just gotta sit, and I mean, this is one of the hardest parts of trading, is people are so antsy to make money. I mean, if you've got a good setup like what we have, and we're confident where it's gonna go, you just go do whatever now. I mean, you don't need to sit on a screen. I know a lot of traders talk about you really shouldn't be in front of a screen for more than 2 to 3 hours a day, and I somewhat agree with that. You don't want to just sit and stare at your trades, but this is when you can get stuff done, especially if you have your stop losses and your take profits in place. We have 10 minutes here, and we're going to have a close. We'll wait another 10 minutes and see what happens on this. Wait another 10 minutes, see what happens on this hour, and then we'll probably call it here. Just I'm really glad we had some people hop on here, at least understand the direction we're going in and how I like to trade. Obviously, you see the criteria I have, and we need closures above or below. You need to have some volume. It's important to just understand how the method that I'm using, and hopefully you can incorporate into your trading, because I've found it to work pretty well, and I'm sure it'll work for you too if you kind of stick to it. 2023, we're all going to make some money this year. Still respecting the lows there, so that's good. And we could see this tap and drive too. That's why I put the stop loss at this area. That's why we had it over here. This is another really key area right there. make that red. Euro USD flipped bear. That's fine. Should see a tap and go. Hop over to this hour time frame since that's where we're going to get a new candle. See what happens here. Are in a buy there. All right, so who's in on these trades, guys? Is anyone else in with us? Alright, so we got 6 minutes here till close. Just sitting on our hands, guys. This is the hardest part of trading. It's just waiting to see what happens. And a lot of people are not good at waiting. A lot of people find it very hard to wait. They don't want to just sit on their hands. They want to enter again, and it's one of the hardest parts of trading. Good to hear, B. Ray. Good to hear, ma'am. I'm thinking about opening a chat too, like not necessarily another Telegram, or maybe another Telegram that, you know, people can ask questions in other than in the lives throughout the day. Just more communication, but good to hear, man. Happy to have you on. Good. In on GBP JPY. Good. I'm actually going to enter on GBP JPY again, too. I enter on the way down as well. So if I'm pretty confident, if I like the trade, on the pullback, I'll enter again too. That's something I like to do. It's a little riskier style of trading, but that's just the way I trade. That's the way I've made money. We've got a pretty strong reason to believe that this thing's not going to drop down lower than our stop loss, just based on its behavior. I fully expect this to drive up through here. I'm fully expecting that at some point, and it may be a couple hours, guys. We may be sitting in this trade for 3-4 hours, but that's totally fine with me. We may be sitting in this trade going into, the 5 o'clock time, Eastern Standard Time, which is kind of scary. The 5 o'clock area is when the spreads move a lot, because that's when you get the closure of the New York Stock Exchange. Well, yeah, so we'll see. But we're comfortably sitting in 2 trades right now. We got 4 minutes, and we're seeing some more buying power here, which is a good thing. Let's drop down to the 30-minute. Yeah, we're still seeing some buying power. Did it flip on the 15? No, yeah, it's still green. think we're going to might get some drive down to this area and then fly. We'll see. Closures above is what we looked for, and we got that. So I'm not mad about our entry at all. I'm 100% confident in my charting right now. So can't sweat little stuff. Can't sweat being a little bit negative. I mean, we're only, 19 pips. So nothing crazy, really. And then Euro USD driving with 2 minutes before the hour. That's a good thing. We're with Euro JP. Why? A lot of resistance there. This could be a new support right now. And this could fly too. I don't necessarily think sells are the move here on this Euro JPY, but we're not in this, so we're not going to touch this right now. Alright, we got a minute and a half until the hour close here. Yeah, we're going to get some conflict right around there. That's where you're going to see it start to drive the other way, which is good. Keep in mind, guys, never risk more than you're willing to lose. Super important. I'm going to do a video on risk management, managing risks, how to know if you should get out of a trade and manage your risks. I'm going to do a video on that this week, and you'll see that, kind of how we do that. If we were to kind of break a support that we didn't expect it to break, if you should get out, when to get out, how to get out. So we're going to do a video on that as well. So we're getting a new hour candle right now. We'll see what happens here in the next couple minutes. Again, guys, we appreciate you coming on this live stream today. Please make sure you like and subscribe. Comment as much as you want. Make this a nice little community where we can all profit together. Great driving from Euro USD. That was a great open. Closed above. So in profit on Euro USD. Alright, well, we're going to wait to see what happens here, guys. I'll be on Telegram a bunch today, looking at these charts. I do appreciate you guys hopping on. If you have any questions, you can always message me directly on any of my social medias. I'll always answer you guys. Again, it was not a bad day. We're in 2 positive trades right now. We're in 2 trades that I feel very confident about, and we'll see what happens. It's kind of just a waiting game now. But again, if you have any questions, let me know. Make sure you follow me on everything. And I appreciate you guys hopping on today. It was a good first stream together. I look forward to a lot more of these. I am going to stream again tomorrow. So tomorrow morning, we'll be back on here again. And there's a possibility we could stream London session tonight, but I will let you know in Telegram. But we may stream London session tonight. We'll see. See if we can get some more people that are maybe off work, especially in the States here. Alright, guys, you enjoy the rest of your day. We'll keep an eye on these trades. Make sure you have your stop losses and your take profits in. And let's make some money, alright, guys?